I hate to break up a good schmooze, but we have a show to do. It's time for the main event and to celebrate our honorees. You know, here in Mountain View, we understand that businesses thrive when the community thrives. Tonight makes this point amply clear as we partner with 5 local nonprofits to spotlight their essential work and honor their Volunteer of the Year. As we celebrate these exceptional people and organizations, we hope you will be inspired to support their efforts directly. Tonight, honorees will receive certificates of recognition from Congresswoman Anna Eshoo, State Senator Jerry Hill, State Assembly Member Mark Berman, and the Mayor of Mountain View, Margaret Abe-Koga.
So let's kick it off. We begin with an organization that's near and dear to my heart since I've been on the board of it for 12 years, and that is the Community School of Music and Arts. Let's roll that video.
The Mountain View Community School of Music and Arts is honoring Peter LANDSBERGER as their Volunteer of the Year. Peter first served on CSMA's board in the early 1980s when it developed its in-school arts education programs and has been active ever since. Peter also serves the larger community as a board member of other education-related nonprofits, actively building business education partnerships. Thank you, Peter, for making CSMA shine even brighter.
Oh, wait. Oh, well, I guess you can do it. I'll introduce you. How about that?
Lovely.
I have the great pleasure to introduce the Executive Director of the Community School of Music and Arts, Vicki Scott Grove.
Good evening. It's an honor to be here tonight representing the staff, board, and faculty of the school, and to have the great pleasure of recognizing our Volunteer of the Year and board member, Peter LANDSBERGER. You know, if there's something strange in your neighborhood, who do you call? If there's something weird and it don't look good, who do you gonna call? I ain't afraid of no problem. I'm afraid of no dilemma. If staff has an issue and the answer's not clear, it could be compensation, I need a volunteer, I call Peter LANDSBERGER. If it's legal and complex, a contract is a mess. If the many are perplexed, I call Peter LANDSBERGER. A committee needs a chair, a lot of work needs to be done. If it's a program, it's the audit, you know who is the one. Peter LANDSBERGER. Meticulous in follow-through, thoughtful in debate. He's the voice of reason who never shows up late. Peter LANDSBERGER, an advocate, a leader from Foothill De Anza to Unite LA. He works for education and brings change along the way. Peter LANDSBERGER, an elected official in much demand, but nevertheless generous, and he always takes a stand. Peter LANDSBERGER. Education for all, high skill, high wage, cradle to career, his passion takes the stage. Peter LANDSBERGER. For over 25 years, he has shepherded CSMA. Please join with me in thanking him today. Peter LANDSBERGER.
I'd give her a hug if it weren't kind of out of sync with the times. You know, it's extraordinarily easy to be a winning volunteer when you work for an organization like the Community School of Music and Arts, whose mission, Arts for All, is, in my view, profoundly important to the quality of life in our community. So I'm thankful and grateful to the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event and giving me the award, but also I want to thank my friends and colleagues at the Community School of Music and Arts, the ones who nominated me. Thank you very much for this award. It's really a signal honor. Thank you.
Congratulations, Peter. And now let's roll the video for the next Volunteer of the Year.
Community Services Agency is proud to honor Diane SCHMIDT as their Volunteer of the Year. After a distinguished career in high tech, she served as board president for CSA in Mountain View, Los Altos, and Los Altos Hills. Based upon her experiences growing up on a small Midwestern town, Diane believes that a healthy community is one where all residents have access to the basic services that they need in order to lead productive, happy lives. And CSA has been doing just that for nearly 60 years. Thank you, Diane, for helping those in need and building a stronger local community.
Please welcome to the stage Executive Director of CSA and former Chamber Board member Tom Myers.
Actually, I was told by one of my staff members that we're all supposed to do this. That's how you do it. It would be my unfortunate fate to follow Vicki Grove and her rhyme. So, Vicki, you were a tough act to follow. I will just say hi to all of you that I have not met. I'm Tom Myers. I'm Executive Director at Community Services Agency, better known as CSA, the Community Safety Net. And I will tell you this, that it is my extreme pleasure to introduce Diane SCHMIDT, who is an extraordinary person. Not only has she been on the board, not only has she been the board president, she's been down in our food pantry packing bags of food. She's been doing all kinds of things for us, and right now she's leading us into a strategic planning process that is truly extraordinary, considering the incredible issues that organizations like CSA are dealing with. But I will tell you one little anecdote that really shows Diane's real personality beyond all these other accolades. She saw someone sitting alone by themselves tonight and invited that person to come sit with CSA. That's Diane SCHMIDT, folks.
Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate being honored, but actually the honor's been mine. When I first left work, I did a little research to say, what community organization do I want to get involved in? And as soon as I learned of CSA, I knew that's where the fit was. And it's a wonderful organization. I encourage you all to support it. And I want to thank you all for this honor, but especially you, Tom, and all the CSA associated folks here in the room. I think we're doing great work and more to come. Thank you.
Let's go for the photo op here.
Okay, congratulations, Diane, and thank you for your service. Now let's roll the video for the next volunteer.
When a volunteer is needed, BREENE YUEN is the first in line, eager to help wherever possible. Whether it is in the KMVT studio or on location at a remote video production, BREENE shows up early with a smile on his face and ready to help. He has worked on almost every KMVT high school sports production throughout the entire school year, providing excellent camera work and helping to break down production equipment. On top of this, he is always asking how he can do more.
Please welcome Executive Director of KMVT and former Chamber Board member Bobby Chastain.
Okay, hello. So I already said nice things about BREENE in video form. So I would like to take this opportunity to do a couple of oddball things. So we have an employee, Daniel Negrete, who recently tried to have a very low-key wedding. He's married 1 week. He's in the back there. Daniel, he could stand up, and his bride, Veronica. And we're honoring BREENE. He's a behind-the-scenes guy. We have a couple more behind-the-scenes guys that I want to just give a shout-out to. Fabian Santos, who did all the honorary videos. And Josh Young, who's doing all the in-house video work here today. So to me, yeah, please. Makes it feel like the Oscars, doesn't it? So KMVT is sort of all things video. We do teaching workshops. We cover political events, youth services, and sports. So BREENE is somebody who shows up for all the sports. It's not easy. You're running cables in the rain and in the extreme heat, and then shooting for long hours, and then helping break down. He's always there. I didn't meet him right away. I kind of learned about him through the staff. They said, you got to get BREENE. We'll get BREENE for this. And he always comes, sometimes last minute notice. And just about this event, before I hand it over to BREENE, it's just great that a city like Mountain View can have these wonderful nonprofits. Tom just talked. I know that Vicky's here, and Kim, Joy. I talked to Marcia from CHAC, who won't be up here today, but running a nonprofit in Mountain View is not easy, and I think it speaks so well to the city's culture and that we have this thriving nonprofit community. So if you could just maybe take a moment to honor all the nonprofits that are here today. And KMVT has always had a very special relationship with the Chamber. Just this month, we got a little note, and it's 30 years we are members of the Chamber of Commerce. So thanks, everybody, for coming out here in a time of sort of viral anxiety and no hugging. So I'm going to give BREENE a hug and then turn it over to him. I think he'll be very brief.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's just volunteering for KMVT is just fun. That's why I'm able to spend so much time and willing to do that. Thank you. Thank you.
There's a photo op on the center, guys.
Congratulations, BREENE. And let's roll the next video.
Leadership Mountain View is honoring James Brummett as Volunteer of the Year. Since joining El Camino Health's IT team in 2010, James has improved patient care through the use of technology. Since graduating from LMV in 2015, he has led the Health and Human Services Program Day and the wildly popular LMV Revisited event. James consistently goes above and beyond, always with a winning sense of humor. Thank you, James, for helping LMV grow and thrive.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Program Director of Leadership Mountain View and former Chamber Board member, Kim Kofer.
Thank you. When given the opportunity to be before this phenomenal group of people on a great night like this, I can't let it go by without saying, can I have a show of hands of how many people have graduated from Leadership Mountain View? What I'd like to do as well, thank you so much for indulging me on that, is how many of you in this audience have presented for your organization for Leadership Mountain View? Thank you to those who've come through the class. This is our 30th year that we're graduating in May. And we've had the opportunity to touch almost every nonprofit in this room in some manner. We've either been sponsored by your organization, or we've come to your particular place of work, or we've had speakers that came and spoke to our classes. So on behalf of the LMV Council and the Chamber and our 30 years of students, we thank you. What I did is had the opportunity to be in this role for the last 2 years, and being on the council, I've had the opportunity to meet and know James very well. He is a volunteer, but he's also a full-time employee, so he's taking his time, nooks and crannies throughout his extracurricular time to be able to give back to the leadership team. What I did is I queried the group who he works most closely with within the council, and each of them had something to say. So if you don't mind, I'd like to speak on their behalf. James is passionate about LMV, having joined after graduating from the class of 2015. He is willing to lead as needed and to ensure the program grows. Over several years, he successfully led the El Camino Revisited Day. This is something that we hope all of you in our graduates and such will continue to join us in. It's an opportunity to get beyond the class you graduated in and to come back and do our Revisited. We would not have had the last 2 Revisited days if it wasn't for James. His selfless and quiet nature make him an extraordinary and hardworking leader that we need in our community. His humor is his absolute best asset, and he makes a darn good eggnog at the holiday parties. You can count on James to be thoughtful and positive in his contributions. Having James as a friend, a mentor, a colleague is one of the best things about being on the LMV Council. He makes you want to be better and do better. He consistently goes above and beyond quietly, without fanfare, making it seem like nothing extraordinary is occurring, if only everything in life was as easy as James makes it appear. You can count on him to be thoughtful and positive. Having James, let's see here, my apologies. The kind of giving back that James does for LMV and the Mountain View community, he's also instilling in his daughter, Ella, who's here tonight. He's raising a future leader and perhaps an LMV graduate. He just said, she better be. To say thank you to James seems so simple. This award really illustrates the impact he has on us all and our gratitude for all that he does. Thank you, James.
I think I'd really like to meet this James guy that she just talked about. Well, I do want to thank the LMV Council for the recognition. Although I will say that when I heard about this, I was a little bit frustrated because the person I nominated didn't win. So, but okay. So as I was thinking about this event, and this is an event that I enjoy every year, this particular week, this has been a very challenging week. In one sense, this is my 10th year with El Camino Health, just this last Sunday. So, and also, if you look at all of the things that are going on in the news and the things that are going on in our community, it's a very difficult time. And one of the things that I pulled on was thinking about Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers, and his mother made an observation that whenever you're looking at things that are catastrophes or things going on in community, you look for the helpers. You look for the people in the community that are helping other people out. I have the privilege of working for an organization that are the helpers, and as part of LMV, I get exposure to so many of the nonprofits that are in this room that are the helpers, and for the organizations that also support and endorse the leaders and the people that are coming to LMV or that are participating, that are supporting the helpers. So if nothing else, in the environment that we have right now with our community, with our really our world and our economics, those types of things, I would encourage you more than anything to focus on the helpers, focus on the ways that you can volunteer, focus on the ways that you can support and encourage people to participate in things like Leadership Mountain View or in CSA or in CHAC or so many of the phenomenal nonprofits that we have, so that you can either be a helper or so that you can support a helper. But anyways, thank you very much.
Congratulations, James, and thank you for all you do and really for those wonderful words. You know, the Chamber of Commerce is a convener in our community, and it's important that we all come together to help one another. Let's roll that next video.
Mountain View Public Safety Foundation has chosen to honor Bruce BARSI as the Volunteer of the Year. Born and raised in Los Altos, Bruce started his life of service as a police officer and has received numerous awards for his work with Youth Services, PAL, and the Challenge Team. Bruce also helped develop the annual Cops and Gobblers food drive that delivers food baskets to families in Mountain View. Thank you, Bruce, for making our community a better and safer place.
And please welcome the Executive Director of the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation, Joy Garza.
Thank you. Well, to echo what James said, there's a lot of helpers in the room tonight, and here is a helper with Bruce. I'm honored to introduce Bruce BARSI tonight. He has literally spent his entire life serving this community. He was born and raised locally. With his wife, Suzanne, they raised their family here. He worked at Mountain View Police Department, moved up the ranks, and retired as captain in 2007. And most importantly, he has served in countless ways in this community throughout his volunteer service. His years of service with PAL, the POA, while he was at the police department, his years of involvement in volunteering with CHAC, CSA, Rotary, and the Challenge Team. And of course, the annual Thanksgiving food drive, Cops and Gobblers. 22 years ago, Bruce, along with Steve Mello, started this food drive with 15 baskets. With a team of growing volunteers, many are in this room today, Cops and Gobblers now serves over 400 families. Along with so many amazing organizations here today, the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation is honored to recognize Bruce BARSI for his service as an exceptional volunteer.
So thank you, Joy. Thank you to the Chamber, and thank you to all my colleagues with the Mountain View Public Safety Foundation. But most of all, thank you to all of you. The programs that we do at the Public Safety Foundation could not be possible if we didn't get the help that this community provides. As Joy said, I was born here. I raised my family here. I just think that this is the best community on earth, and the reason being is all of us that are here today and some of the folks that weren't here, but continue to support the fine programs that we do. I'm really excited by the work that we do, whether it's Cops and Gobblers or PAL or scholarships. That's not coronavirus, by the way. And we have a new one. We have a new one coming out. We're partnering with CSA. We're going to be doing a senior care program that is helping seniors in their homes that couldn't otherwise afford the new bill to make repairs and things like that. So we're just doing great things, and I thank you all for the support and look forward to continuing to work with you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Bruce, and congratulations to all of our nonprofits here tonight. It's now time to celebrate the recipients of the Chamber's annual awards for the business community. As you know, our Chamber exists to promote commerce in Mountain View. Currently, we serve over 750 member companies, representing 45,000 employees. Rather uniquely, we are fortunate to have some of the largest and most recognized corporations as members, as well as beloved storefronts and family-owned businesses whose patrons know them on a first-name basis. The Chamber's mission is to support and nurture a healthy and vibrant environment in which these organizations and the community can thrive together.
As a catalyst, convener, and champion, we give a voice to local businesses, connect them to the community, and lead programs and policies that affect us all. Tonight, we recognize key companies and individuals who embrace these ideals and have led the way in enhancing economic development while preserving the special culture that is our community of Mountain View. So let's start our Chamber Awards. Here's our video for our Outstanding Business Person of the Year.
The Chamber is delighted to honor Javier Gonzalez as this year's Outstanding Business Person. Javier is Google's Government and Public Affairs Manager for Mountain View and the South Bay, where he works to ensure real estate developments are responsive to the community, as well as spearheading Google philanthropic contributions, such as the $1 million donation for city homeless. He also works closely with students from underserved backgrounds to help them navigate careers in tech.
Good evening. I think the room's asleep. Good evening. It's my pleasure to be here this evening with all of you. I first want to thank the Chamber of Commerce and its board and the staff for this recognition. Secondly, I want to congratulate all the fellow honorees for all your work. Very well-deserved awards. I've seen many of the organizations up here that I've worked with in my role at Google. I'm humbled. I'm very excited to work for a company that is very much committed to being part of the community, striving to be a good corporate neighbor, and supporting many of our organizations. I happen to be the face of the organization, but there are many folks that I work at Google that help me make these things possible. I want to thank my colleagues who are here this evening for joining me, spending your Friday night here. And, you know, for us, we are, very much committed to being a good corporate neighbor, being responsive to the community. And so thank you for this recognition. And hopefully we'll have a great celebration the remainder of the night. So drink up. Cheers.
Congratulations, Javier. Let's play the video for Outstanding Organization.
The Chamber is thrilled to recognize Mountain View Rotary Club as this year's Outstanding Organization. For almost 100 years, the Rotary has been actively serving our region with community projects including food drives, work days, and clothing drives. Its many grant programs provide student scholarships and funding to nonprofits in health, support services, reading, and conservation. And its Cops and Gobblers and Crab Feed help bring us all closer together.
Deja vu. No, I just happen to be president this year of the Mountain View Rotary Club. And it's my pleasure to be up here with our president-elect, Paul Reinhardt. And lest you think that Rotary is a thing of the past, as is often thought in the community anymore, it is definitely a thing of the future. Rotary has been around in Mountain View for almost 100 years now, but Rotary has been doing so much for this community for so long, whether it's cleaning out the creek bed down at Stevens Creek Trail or doing the various international projects that we get involved with. Rotary is something that really is relevant today, and I'll let Paul take it away from here.
Thanks, Tom. So our club is always looking for good people, so I'd like to invite you to come check us out. We meet on Tuesdays at the old Adobe building on Moffett Boulevard at 12:15. You can see who our speakers are. Go to Mountain View Rotary website and you can check that out. And look forward to seeing you there. So thanks, Chamber of Commerce, and hey, thank you, members of Mountain View Rotary.
Congratulations, Paul and the Rotary Club of Mountain View, and well, the whole Rotary Club. Please play the video for the Outstanding Business of the Year.
The Chamber is pleased to honor Valley Water with this year's Outstanding Business Award. Since 1929, Valley Water has been providing safe, clean water, flood protection, and environmental stewardship for the 2 million residents of Santa Clara County. Constantly innovating and staying abreast of our changing needs, Valley Water recently completed a landmark flood protection project affecting over 2,200 properties and just signed an agreement with Mountain View to develop and expand recycled water, helping our community be more drought resilient and ensuring we have ample water reserves for all.
Good evening. I want to thank the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce for this prestigious award. My name is Tina Yoke, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Information Technology and Administrative Services at Valley Water. And I want to share a little bit, as the video indicated, about Valley Water. Our mission is to provide clean, safe drinking water for our community and to provide our services and deliver our projects in the most environmentally sustainable way possible. As the video also indicated, we are very proud to deliver services here in Mountain View, whether it's protecting the residents of Mountain View from flooding from Permanente Creek, or recently signing that historic agreement for recycled water, which will help secure our region's water future. So again, thank you very much to the Chamber for this prestigious award. Thank you.
It's all good. It's all good. Congratulations to Valley Water. And now, it's time for a special award, the Lifetime Service Award. Every once in a while, it's important to recognize long-standing institutions that have had a profound and positive impact on our city and are also deeply ingrained into the social and economic fabric of our community. With a special award for their entire body of work, please roll the video.
For for 48 years of outstanding service to our most vulnerable neighbors, the Chamber is honored to bestow Mayview Community Health Center with its Lifetime Achievement Award. With its roots in the free clinic tradition, it ensures that every person has access to excellent medical care without consideration of financial status. Mayview will begin a new chapter in April as part of the Ravenswood Family Health Center in East Palo Alto, tripling the number of people it can serve.
To present the award, please welcome Vice President of Corporate and Community Health Services, El Camino Hospital, and CEO of Concern EAP and past Board Chamber Chair, Cecile Currier.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Wow, that was a great video. It's almost hard to know what to say after that, but I would like to take a few minutes to acknowledge the incredible work that Mayview has done for 47 years, serving about 9,000 people every single year. They reduce the suffering of the patients that they serve, minimizing the risk for chronic disease and disability, and importantly, making it possible for people to keep working. Their essential healthcare services have helped low-income and uninsured individuals in Mountain View for years. Their leadership understands the changing needs of our community and of the people they serve. They have responded to those needs by providing a vast range of medical services, functioning on tight budgets while recruiting top-notch clinical staff. The patients they serve have higher rates of hypertension and diabetes than the county average. They also face housing, transportation, and economic challenges. Yet, the staff has been able to provide high-quality, incredibly responsive services that include behavioral health, dental, chiropractic, and a range of other important services. They truly meet the unique needs of their patients and their families. They are in the trenches every day providing life-saving medical services. Mayview is a community treasure to be counted on and has been counted on by thousands of patients every year. It is a privilege to honor their outstanding leaders and their staff with this Lifetime Service Award. Would the Mayview staff also, I think sitting right out here, could you all stand, please? Yay. Yay. Yeah. So I'd like to introduce Ken Graham, CEO of Mayview, and Zach Landis, Board Chair. Thank you.
Well, we'd like to thank the Chamber for this wonderful recognition. And of course, we'd like to recognize our staff who are on the front lines of healthcare every day, taking everything that society can throw at them, from diabetes to behavioral health to flus and viruses. They stand relentlessly at service. The other group we'd like to recognize is the hundreds of volunteers and donors who have supported the clinic for the last 48 years. These people have selflessly worked without much visibility or recognition, and they have made us overcome the odds that Cecile referred to. The other we'd like to recognize is our current board of directors, who has made the tough decision, some of them having worked at the clinic for over 10 years, to decide to align with Ravenswood Family Health Center in East Palo Alto to continue the legacy and the heritage of Mayview into the next generation. And I'd like to introduce Zach Landis, my boss, to speak just a minute about that. I'd also just a minute like to introduce Luis Barruada, who's our CEO of Ravenswood, who's here tonight, and she is your latest, newest member of the Mountain View Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, thank you, Ken, and thank you all for this wonderful honor. I just want to say a quick thank you, reiterating the thank yous that Ken has made, but also I wanted to thank El Camino, who's been so generous to Mayview and in particular made this night possible for, or helped make this night possible for us, along with the Chamber of Commerce. And I also want to thank especially our board members of Mayview, who have been so dedicated to the organization. And I know that the board members of all of the organizations here are just supremely dedicated. So I wanted to make a particular shout out to my fellow board members of all Mountain View community organizations. Thank you very much.
Once again, congratulations to Mayview Community Health Center and welcome to the Ravenswood Family Health Center. As our evening draws to a close, I hope you are as inspired as I am with the tremendous achievements of our honorees and the work being done here in Mountain View. The Chamber is proud to again congratulate all our recipients tonight and give our warmest thanks for your achievements and commitment.
And for our silent auction winners, if you won an auction item, please pay and pick up your item in the lobby and see Courtney to answer any questions you may have. And if you're wondering about those fabulous centerpieces on your table, take out your programs now and look for a gold star on the back of your program. And if it's there, you're the lucky winner. And take it home with you and enjoy.
I'd like to congratulate all of our centerpiece winners tonight. And again, offer our heartfelt gratitude to those who made tonight so special and meaningful. Our award recipients, our generous sponsors and supporters, our incredible team and volunteers, and especially all of you, our friends, colleagues, and family who have joined us here tonight. You are Mountain View. Thank you for your support of our honorees in our wonderful city. And finally, I want to thank Kathy for being an awesome co-MC. Fist bump? Okay. And thank you all for fist bumping and elbow bumping and dealing with a rather challenging time. Hope this evening has been wonderful for you. I know it has been for me. I wish you all the best. Good evening and drive safely.